مع المندوبية الجهوية للتربية بتطاوين. إذاعة تطاوين تقدم إذاعة البكالوريا. إذاعة البكالوريا اليوم مادة الإنجليزية مع الأستاذين رضا بوعيش وصالح جيجة.
Hello, guys. This is a new edition of Tataouine Back English program. Last time we talked about argumentative essays and the formal letter of complaint and how the writing frames can help us become convinced at least that writing is enjoyable and easy and, of course, improve your mark. And that's the ultimate goal. It's my pleasure to be joined today by two of my pupils, Iman and Ilyas. Hi, Iman.
Hi.
Hi, Ilyas.
Hello.
Yeah, can you introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Iman Hafian. I'm 17 years old and I'm a pupil in Pioneer Prep School.
My name is Ilyas Bando, and I'm happy, and I study at the Pioneer Prep School.
Okay, so far, so good then. As you may be asked to write a letter of complaint in your final exam, you should also consider a thank you letter. That is a thank you letter that you send to a travel company. Okay? Or a travel agency. Now, we are not going to focus on the layout, okay?
Yes, all right.
You will be given the greeting and the complimentary clothes. We'll focus on the content.
Yes, all right.
Now, what do you think? How many paragraphs can we find in a formal thank you letter?
Probably two, in which there's one in which you thank and another is why you thank.
Yeah.
I think, first of all, you talk about the experience you had with that travel agency, and then you talk, I think, specifically to sound really, to really back up your opinion, and then I think as a closure or something, you tell them that you will recommend them to another friend.
Okay, so first of all, you think that we need two paragraphs?
Yeah,
yes?
I think so.
Yeah, mainly we need two paragraphs, but we can have an optional paragraph, that is a third paragraph. Let's go, okay, paragraph by paragraph, right, and see what we can do with each paragraph. Now, paragraph one. You know that in a formal letter we go straight ahead.
Straight ahead. That's why I said in the first paragraph you have to thank them, and then in the other paragraphs you have to.
Okay, you have to thank them. That is, you tell the reason of writing. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how can we start? Because we talk about frames. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. How can we start?
Make it short and
very short. Yes. Okay. Very short.
Straight to the point.
Go straight to the point. Exactly.
Go straight to the point. You know, we have only 12 lines.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, never forget this. Huh?
Never.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can write an optional, for example, okay, or an extra line.
Oh, no.
Acceptable.
Yes. Yeah, right.
But you will not have enough space
Don't
to write
push
more
it,
than
yeah.
that. Yes. Okay. Okay. So first paragraph. How can we start it?
Maybe we say like I'm sincerely amused to what I have, like I'm amazed by what you guys have given me as an experience, and I would love to thank you.
Okay, I'm really amazed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I would personally start with I was really privileged to have the opportunity to go on a holiday with your company.
Why don't you say thank you from the beginning?
Oh, straight ahead.
Yes, why not? What's wrong with this?
I mean, it isn't wrong, but I mean,
it's way too blunt,
not wrong.
like.
Yes, I mean you have to put some spices.
Yeah, we need spices.
Yeah.
Okay, but not in exams, please. Okay?
Yes,
yes, that is, the exam is to be done, so we should be brief, clean, okay, when we write. Now I'll give you some examples, okay?
Okay.
I'm writing to thank you for. the holiday you organize it to.
Yeah.
What do you think?
As simple as that.
Yes,
Yes,
as simple as
it's-
that. Be simple, please. Please, simple. Keep it simple. Okay?
All right.
Yes?
Yes.
Now, something done simple is better than something done complicated.
Yeah.
Okay? Yes, simplicity wed to beauty, please. Okay?
Great.
Now, another way, for example, thank you for the package. Holiday you organize it to. Full stop. We need some spices. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We enjoyed ourselves immensely,
Right.
and you were great.
Yeah.
Another thing, for example, thank you for the fantastic, superb holiday you organized it to. I do not know the time when I relaxed so fully as I did during my last holiday.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you show politeness, and at the
Yeah.
same time, you go straight ahead
To
to
the point.
the point. So we said, for example, I'm writing
To thank
Thank
to
you
thank
for
you
the...
for,
For.
or thank you for the package holiday you organize it to.
To.
You can add after that something if you want, okay? Yeah. Or I cannot, for example, remember when I have had a more enjoyable
Sorry.
time.
Time. Yeah.
Okay? Or thank you for the time and effort you put into something.
Something this.
So that's the first paragraph. It is quite
Short and sweet.
short,
Yeah, short,
okay?
yeah.
And to the point. Clear? Now
Yes.
we move to the second paragraph. What should we find in the second paragraph?
I think specifically talk what you really enjoyed about the holiday.
Yes, sure. This is the most important part. Now, how can we make, for example,
Transition.
like a smooth transition
Yeah.
from the first to the second paragraph? Can you suggest anything?
And that is due to a plethora of reasons, and that is and that's for many reasons.
And that's for many reasons. In the first paragraph, that is.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Yeah. Or,
I don't know,
what do you think? For example, you say, I especially appreciate that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's
Smooth, yeah.
no, I don't. The thing about this one is when you say I especially appreciate and then talk about something, they're gonna you're gonna talk about many things, and you have to leave the most important.
I think
thing
you
to the
should
end.
look here. Yes, I think then when you say I especially appreciate that, you will mention something.
Yeah.
Yes or no? And then you will later on mention the other
Reveal,
maybe things you are grateful for.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Okay. I think you can start like this. Or first and foremost, I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
I used in the first paragraph thank or thankful. I changed it by
Great.
a synonym.
should we follow a chronological order, like the trip to there and then
You can.
the stay?
Yes, you can. Okay, you can use that. That is from how the flight was
Yeah.
till the
The
end
stay
of the
and
the accommodation,
sightseeing,
the
yeah.
sightseeing, and so on.
So, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Or you start from the weakest. Maybe
Oh.
you consider it as
Yeah.
the
Not
weakest
so good,
detail
I
or
think.
thing. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then, the strongest one.
Yeah. The end.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Just because when you follow such a thing that is from the weakest and the strongest, you leave an effect on the reader.
Yeah.
Okay? And the reader recipient will appreciate your
You're writing.
thankfulness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, what the details do you think?
I mean,
What are we going to talk about
about
here?
what?
You said that in chronological order, Iman. Yes or no? So, thankful.
I think-
You are thankful for what?
I
for
think
example?
don't just repeat what supposedly everybody will say, like the flight was comfortable, and then the hotel was good, the view was extraordinary. I think go to details that not so many of people will mention. Like I think that gives you a more of a a unique and peculiar way of appreciating things.
Maybe in your language.
Yeah.
But what happened? It happened to everyone.
To everyone,
Yes.
Amen. So why should you put something special? Maybe if something happened to you, okay?
Yeah.
Yes? Something personal happened to you. Yes, you could mention it.
But then it's a fact.
Yes, but if I'm going to talk about, okay, a holiday, I'm going to talk about the flight, the accommodation, as you said, and the sightseeing.
Yeah.
So why should I try to find something that no one mentioned it?
Yeah, who
Why?
said he will even go on to like read it or something like? Just I think talk about like don't like exaggerate things too much, but then don't give it too little of a credit. Be like
Yeah, okay. But I think we should talk about, for example, the flight. Yes or no?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
The hotel services.
services. Yes.
Yeah.
Accommodation.
As you said, the sightseeing. Yes, what else?
The organization. I mean, the tour guide. How does he? Like,
Yeah, for example, okay, the tourist guide. How kind and proficient
He was.
he was. Yes or no?
Yeah.
I
And
think
there is-
food also plays.
Oh, yeah, you should mention the food.
Food.
Yes.
Okay. I'm a food lover, aren't you?
Who isn't?
Yeah, I know, right?
So these things should be mentioned in
Mentioned,
there,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
in this paragraph. Now the last paragraph, as I said, it is optional.
Optional.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now what can we do in the last paragraph, you think?
Offer to recommend them to other
For
people.
example, yeah,
Yes.
okay. That is, use this paragraph maybe, okay, as a way to maintain your relationship with this person going forward. For example, tell the person that you, as you said, Iman,
Would recommend
To
them
other
to
people.
other
to your
friends,
friends,
or
for example, okay, or you intend.
Yeah, or
To-
say that you're looking forward for like another
Next,
experience.
yes.
That's it, okay? Or simply just one sentence. We send our warmest thanks.
Thanks. Yeah.
Clear? That's why I said it is optional.
Yes.
But the most important part, it is part
To-
2,
Do. Yeah.
where you have to say why you are thankful.
Thankful.
Clear?
Clear, yeah.
Good. So, I think that's the main thing for
I think.
thank you
letter.
letter. This is a formal,
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank
yeah,
you.
thank you letter, okay?
Yes.
Now let's move on to another type we are going to talk about today. It is informal letter.
Yeah. All right.
Last time we talked about expressions that we use, informal and informal letters, okay? So I'm not going to talk about this
Yet again, yeah.
because you can go back to
Yes.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
the
All right.
previous edition to
Edition.
see differences between formal,
Formal
and
and
informal
informal letter.
Way to keep the suspense.
Yeah.
Okay, so as usual, I think we should start with
The informal.
an essay, okay?
Oh yeah.
What is an essay that can be suggested for a back exam?
Yeah. Wishes.
Clear? So the topic today reads as follows. You received a letter from your friend, Sami or Samia, in which he or she tells you he or she is going abroad on holiday next summer. But he or she is still considering whether to go on his own or to choose a holiday. Equality between male and female.
Yeah.
Okay? So
I think they
organ-
do cover this. Quality. They do cover this in the back program.
Yes, of course, you cover it.
No, I mean they have equality between female and male.
No, not
exactly.
Okay, not exactly.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that is, you have a text about women, but women in a position of authority. I think we dealt together with women as entrepreneur.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but equality maybe this is a very okay.
مستمعي الأفاضل، حان موعد رفع أذان صلاة العشاء حسب التوقيت المحلي لمدينة تطاوين وما جاورها.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت سيدنا محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة وابعثه المقام المحمود الذي وعدته إنك لا تخلف الميعاد.
Not
Controversial, sure, and it is
very general,
also,
like vague, something like that.
why?
No, I don't know, because equality can't, like the equality we talk about, like between male and female, can't be realized that simply. And if you look at it, it isn't you can't make it happen because.
No, I think you are going to talk about something else. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
So let's come back to our topic.
Yes.
This is your habit always.
Sorry.
But it's good to lead us to another thing. But it is good, no problem. Okay. So let's come back. You received a letter from your friend, Sami or Samia, in which he or she tells you he or she is going abroad on holiday next summer, but he or she is still considering whether to go on his own or her own, or to choose a holiday organized by a travel company or travel agency. Write a letter to advise him,
Or
her, which alternative is more suitable. Support your advice with sound arguments, stressing the advantages. Can you read it again?
You received a letter from your friend Sami or Samia in which he or she tells you he or she is going abroad on holiday next summer, but he or she is still considering whether to go on his own or her own to choose a holiday organized by a travel company. Write a letter to advise him or her which alternative is more suitable. Support your advice with sound arguments, stressing the advantages.
Okay. Eliaska, just read slowly, please.
Yeah,
Because
all right. Yeah, all right.
some people
You
are
received.
listening to us. Huh?
Yes, all right. You received a letter from your friend Sami or Samia in which he or she tells you he or she is going abroad on a holiday next summer, but he or she is still considering whether to go on his own or to choose a holiday organized by a travel company. Write a letter to advise him or her which alternative is more suitable. Support your advice with sound arguments stressing the advantages.
Okay, so what's your first task before starting writing your first draft?
I think we
You
do
read
need
the
to...
topic?
Yes.
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 And
The first thing you do, what?
point out the keywords.
Point out, that is.
Analyze
How do you find the keywords, yes
Yeah.
or no? That is, analyze
the topic.
analyze the topic.
topic.
Yes or no? Okay, the second,
Understand what you have to do.
understand what you have to do. And the third, yes, if
You may.
Explore different perspectives of the topic.
of the topic. Yes, that's the first thing.
So
What's your purpose here?
To advise.
To write a letter.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. And what's your giving opinion? It is to
Advise.
advise.
Yeah.
Okay. And how to advise? Through advantages or disadvantages?
As you like. You mean.
No. Not as you like. Watch out. You see. Huh?
Stressing the advantages. I think
Stressing the advantages.
yeah.
Okay.
Unlimited.
Oh,
Watch
yeah.
out. Okay.
Yes.
That's the mistake you should never make.
Yes.
It is when you just it is about.
Yeah, this
For
is
example,
a good
okay?
part.
Yeah, it is about, okay.
I know how to
advice,
write.
huh? And you start writing. No,
Yeah.
no, okay? You said that we should see the keywords, Elias. Yes, or no?
Yes.
So we should read every single word in a topic.
Yeah.
Clear? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, by and large, how can we start an informal letter?
Hi,
Here you
how
can
are
put as many
Spices.
spices
Spices as
Yeah.
you want.
as you want, okay? Now,
Yeah.
after the greeting, and the greeting will be given to you. How can you start? Can you put some personal information in an informal letter?
I think
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, you must.
Yes.
Yes, you are writing to someone you know. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, even if this personal information is out of
I
context.
think that, for example, okay, and in case you may go abroad or another town to study, and you write a letter or email to your dad asking for some financial help. I think that you are going to say something. Yes.
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 Lip service.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So what can we, for example, put? Simple sentence.
Regarding
example that we
it
say,
is,
I miss you so much, and is that
I miss you so much. You are. Yes, okay.
Ask about his or her whereabouts, like, hi, how are you? Oh,
Yeah, that's how are you?
how are you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
it's-
yeah. Ask and answer. How are you?
Fine, I hope.
It's fine, I hope. Well, I
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah.
I think they're dealing with this, like, they're not really, like, they're in some distress, like, asking them how are they doing, and then, like, fine, I hope. I think you should like, really ease into it from the beginning,
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
Yes, okay. Now, for example, okay, when you meet someone in the morning, what do you say?
yeah, good morning.
Why? But you say it every day. Yes or
Yeah.
no?
Yes.
Not
Okay.
even considering if it is really a good or not a good morning.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
say it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay? Okay. So, say something like this. I think, okay, you should. How many paragraphs?
Probably two, like the other one.
No,
Two.
more.
More, that is.
3.
3, okay. Let's start with, okay, the first paragraph. You are sure that we should have at least 2 paragraphs?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes. probably.
Okay.
As a starting point.
As a
Yes.
starting point. Now, the first paragraph.
I think again write the purpose of you writing. Like,
Yeah, the purpose of your writing, of
Writing, yeah.
course.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Don't leave them hanging. Like.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, what can you say for, okay? In the first paragraph, how can you start this first paragraph?
Like you start with the greetings, for example. You say hello. How
Yeah,
are you?
after
We dealt
the
with that.
greetings.
And then you probably go. I am like the usual sentence. I am writing you this letter to.
I'm
think,
writing you, I'm writing. Short form, huh?
Yes.
Because it is, yeah.
I think I would say, I feel like pleasured or something. You opened up to me about your distress or something.
Okay, look at the, okay, we come back to the topic. We said that you received a letter from your friend. So, can you start like, for example, thank you for letting me know about your latest news.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because you're
And
Feel
I
grateful,
really
yeah.
appreciate choosing me to give you advice about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, I
This
think
is it. Okay, I think a sentence.
the most realistic way.
Yeah, you can start with
Yes,
such a
it's
sentence.
and it's always flexible. Like you can add as much as you want, and you can.
Hope you are doing well. What do you think? Hope you are doing well, my friend.
Yeah, right.
Huh?
Right.
Yes, okay. I got to know that.
Yes, yeah.
I got, for example, to know that you are planning to
To have
Go
Okay.
abroad for.
go
On a
abroad.
holiday,
And you
yeah.
see here the word abroad. That is not to another town or city within the same country,
To
but is
another-
going to
another country.
another
right.
country.
A
Okay?
foreign one, yeah.
Or simply, I'm writing, as you said,
In order to
in order to
help you with the.
reply to
Yeah,
your
to reply.
letter. Huh?
Yes.
Asking for advice. I don't know why you, huh? You want, you like, you love complicating things. Huh?
It is. It's like I don't do it like on purpose. Like it's in.
It's in my blood.
Yeah, it's in my blood.
thing is, we've been doing it all the years, and
No, it has nothing to do with your blood, come on. Huh? It's a habit, that's all.
Yeah, it's a habit. Like
Yeah, it's a habit. huh?
yeah, and it's. Believe me, it's really harder to cross out a sentence than writing in the first place. Like I have to. Should I write this? Like should
No,
I
no, no.
write this?
Be simple, believe me, be simple. Okay? Be simple. That is, sometimes when you want to write to someone a letter and to just say the most small things, you need time to write the letter. But if you want just to pour out your heart, you can write 3-4 pages, no problem.
yeah.
Okay? Once you are asked to focus, to concentrate, or, okay, and just to write the main things, you need time.
Yeah.
So be simple, really
Yes.
be simple, okay? Because after all, again and again, I say it, and I will always say it,
The exam
okay?
is to be done.
An exam,
Is to be
Is to
done.
be done.
Yeah.
what matters for you is the mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes or
True.
no? Okay?
Yes.
So be simple. So you can start, as I said, like this. I'm writing in order to, or in reply to,
To, yeah.
okay? Your letter asking for advice about, or hope you are good, or you are doing good. My friend, I got to know that. Clear? Or thank you for letting me know
No. Yeah.
about your latest news, and I really appreciate choosing me to give you advice about. Okay? These are some examples. That is, you see, I go straight ahead to the purpose of writing.
Letter.
Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it short or long, this paragraph?
Probably
I
2
think-
lines.
Huh?
Probably 2 lines.
Yes, it's not.
Yes.
It's not too long.
Leave the
2 lines. Yes.
leave as much space as you can for
The
Yeah,
most
yes,
important
for
part.
the
Yeah,
giving,
the main
yeah.
course.
Yeah,
Advice,
the main
yes.
call. I think it is in the second paragraph.
Yes.
Yes
Yeah.
or no? In
Yes.
which you have to give advice.
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 Okay? Now, what do you do here?
So it's always confusing. Like, do you tell them what they want to hear, or do you tell them what they need to hear? Like, do you like go like I'm with you and I'll, or do you really like try to?
I think you should tell them what your heart tells you to tell them.
I wouldn't trust that. It would be.
No, I
as-
think probably it's like second option, because you're looking for the mark and you're trying to satisfy them by what they want to hear.
Now, look, let's see a real situation. I think it happened to you once that a friend came and asked for advice. Yes or
Yes.
no? What
Yes.
did you do?
No, really, I gave
think
my
you
honest
talked.
opinion.
You
Yeah.
talked.
Yes, I think.
I gave my
It doesn't
honest
even make
opinion.
sense. Sometimes I don't even like. What am I even saying? How does it even help a person like come out of like a problem or something? But then
Yeah, usually people who really, in fact, in real life, I mean, really, people who ask for advice, they want to turn a blind eye to the solution because they know the solution.
Yeah, yes.
Really, they know, okay?
Actually, yeah. Yes.
But I think, look, if we come back to our topic here, giving advice, I think you should talk. Because pupils, when they try to write a letter of advice, if I were you, I would. You should. You have to. No, it's not this. Really.
Yes.
You can just choose one structure, okay? And later try to talk.
Okay.
Try to get away from the light as you can, let it be about her. Don't if I were you, I would have done this and that.
We should mention, okay? Should mention one of these phrases. But changing, okay, these phrases, and we say the same thing, I think it is boring.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
I think really it is boring because I can, for example, give a piece of advice and then I support that piece of advice with evidence, for example, okay? With facts.
Yes.
Clear? So, structures that we can use, for example, to give advice. I
would recommend
that, or I strongly recommend that, or
it would be helpful.
It would be helpful. Yes. If I were you, I would.
Choose.
Yes.
Or simply, you should. You ought to.
Yeah.
Okay? Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, after that,
you're gonna give the reasons why.
Reasons, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Look here, the topic. You go back to the topic. What is it about?
We have to choose about
individual holiday
or
the holiday organized by travel.
Yeah, that is package holiday.
Yeah.
So you see, the letter is just a means to an end. Now, what's the end? It is to talk about
a choice.
The advantage.
Advantages
your opinion about
one of the
your opinion about
whether individual
holiday
or
package
holiday.
That's it. Okay.
Yes.
Now, I think we need here some maybe arguments to convince the person.
So here, if we're put in such a situation, do we choose the one we really support, or do we choose based on how many arguments can I
think you should. Huh?
Probably the ones with most arguments, because you
should ask. Yes, you should ask yourself how many arguments you have for each part.
Yeah.
And how you can be convinced when you write. Because I think there is only one situation where we may be allowed to lie. It is writing.
It is. But it is hard,
Yes, it is hard, I know. But okay, I need to write correct, clear, okay, English. So I ask myself, could I write, for example, okay, and give something convincing when I talk about individual holiday or
a package holiday.
Package holiday.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
And you give the advantages of each. Now we need linkers here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Can we put first, second, third? What do you think?
No, I don't think, because we're writing an informal letter.
An informal letter.
You don't have to.
I think it is boring.
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong, by the way.
Thank
But
God
it is really.
you said that.
You don't
I don't
like
like.
Yeah,
I don't
I
like-
don't like it either.
You don't like either?
No.
Yeah. Okay. No. I think this. You should make the writing authentic.
Yeah.
Really authentic. Because I'm writing to a friend and tell him first, second, third, finally. It's really boring.
It is, and it's.
But the question is,
supposed
we
to-
need linkers.
Yes.
Yes or no?
I
So-
think aim for adverbs and
Yeah. Really. I think you may choose some adverbs and
Other linkers.
Other linkers. Which linkers?
Like maybe by the way, or...
And what do you call these linkers? Expressions of?
Opinion.
Expressions of opinion. Yeah. Adverbs and expressions of opinion not only beautify your style, but also make the writing authentic.
Yes.
Really.
Yes.
Yes.
Makes it authentic. Now, what are these
Expressions of
adverbs
opinion.
and
Expressions of opinion.
expressions of opinion? I think we dealt with some of them in class. Okay.
Yes.
So, for example, by the way, when do we, for example, okay, use by the way?
I think we use by the way when we're changing the subject to like introduce another subject or talk about something else. That isn't-
Or you're talking about
something else.
something
else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think like what you said before doesn't matter, and this is the main point.
and this
Like,
is
yes.
the main point. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. After all,
After all, it's like when I'm trying to persuade you by presenting an argument that you haven't properly considered. Like, after all, this is what's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Quite honestly.
Like this is my true, honest opinion.
It comes from the
Honest.
bottom
From
of
the bottom of
my heart.
Actually,
No, I said something and I'm correcting it.
Yes.
I'm correcting you by pointing out the fact that you weren't aware of.
yes. Okay. So actually doesn't mean. Okay.
Now,
No.
yes,
Yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah. So I'm correcting you by pointing out the fact that you
Weren't
you
aware.
weren't aware of.
Aware.
Ideally,
This would be the perfect situation.
yeah. Basically,
Like, to put it out bluntly, like, this is my basic point.
this is my basic point. Naturally,
This isn't something new or surprising. It is to be expected.
to be expected.
Expected, yes.
Yeah. Obviously.
Obviously, this cannot be doubted. Everyone knows about it.
Yeah. And surely.
This is obvious that I would be surprised if you disagreed with me.
Yeah. Okay. Really a lot of
Yes.
okay, of adverbs and expressions of opinion. Presumably.
I
Like,
think,
presumably, we say it when we're talking about our personal opinion.
Yes. Generally speaking, I think it's quite
Yes.
clear here, okay? Personally, it's quite clear also, okay? It's my personal point of view.
Yeah.
Admittedly,
This it quite of weakens my this is when I'm not really sure about my arguments, and it can like really weaken my point. But
yes, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is, for example, yes, you can use it when you want to give a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay?
oh yes,
But you should focus on advantages.
Yeah.
Clear? Strictly speaking,
I'm giving you precise information about situation, like strictly, like
Yeah.
there's no
okay.
doubting.
Maybe next time, okay? We will read you, that is, you prepare something at home, okay?
Yeah.
And
Right.
using these
Yes.
adverbs and expressions of opinion and give
Yeah.
for our listeners
Like.
an example
Yeah.
how we can use these
sample,
linkers.
yes.
We are not asked to use all these linkers, yes or no?
Yes.
Just choose the ones that fit
The most. Yeah.
the context.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now, after you explored the topic,
Mm-hmm.
you know what you have to do, and you have decided about the right writing frame you should choose.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Now, everything is ready. Always I advise you to go to the back exam with frames.
Yes.
Once you have a frame, okay, which is ready-made, you should know also that famous writers write
Yes.
or prepare.
Using frames.
Yeah, they have their own frames, yes, of course. Because if you bring, for example, okay, a piece of writing to a critic and
He
ask
will know.
the critic,
Oh.
who wrote this? He will tell you. How?
So
Because-
it defines a style.
Yes, it is a style. Yes, of course. And also you should know, as I said, that famous writers prepare their vocabulary before they start writing. Should know this. No, don't get this idea that it is night and suddenly you were inspired by something. There is no divine power here.
Yes.
It is, I think it is the outcome of hard work.
Yes.
Outcome of a lot of reading, a lot of hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So if I have a frame, and this frame, okay, it is well known by everyone, that is, people write like this. So why should I bother myself? And waste a lot of time.
Trying to come up with a new
Yeah, trying to come up sometimes with almost nothing.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
I have a frame, and then you put your personal touch. You put your personal touch when you talk about, okay, a thing. That is, the arguments, the details you are going to add to the writing. Okay? So, what's the next, maybe, step?
To choose
To jot down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Jot down some
arguments.
notes
Okay. Notes.
about the most suitable arguments
Okay.
to give your opinion. Yes, and we are going to talk about
The
the
possible,
advantages, okay, of
of
Either-
either the package holiday or the
Individual
individual
or
holiday.
individual
holiday.
holiday. Okay, let's start with package holiday. What are the advantages, man?
I think you can have the privilege of not worrying yourself of the details of your holiday. Like everything is already organized and schemed by professionals. Like you just
Can you save time?
yes.
Yes, it does
Yeah.
save time.
So the first, I think, maybe argument here
Is
is
time
the
saving.
fact that you do not need to worry about the details of your
Yes.
holiday. And what are the details? It is the flight, the accommodation, the sightseeing, and so on. Everything has already been arranged by the travel
Agency.
agency. Okay? This is a great advantage,
Yes.
especially for someone who has no experience.
Yes, for
Yeah.
his first or second holiday. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever been abroad?
No.
No, actually.
Oh, okay. I
Sad.
feel pity for you.
Sad. Yeah.
How kind of you.
No, you still have
Time. Yeah.
time to go abroad. No problem. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
You will tour the world. Okay. So that's maybe a great advantage. Any other advantage you think?
Like you won't go alone, you will go with people. That's why you can get acquainted with your travel mates
New
and have new
people,
friends with you.
yes.
Okay. Get acquainted and have new friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not have friends.
Yeah.
Already,
Okay.
yes.
That is, we come to know some people, and maybe we will make new friends.
Friends, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And is it safe when you travel with people?
Yes.
Yes, it is. You feel like there are people with you and you won't feel alone.
Yes. Okay. Any other advantage?
I think it also gets you out of your comfort zone, especially for people who are not really familiar with groups of people and interacting hugely with people. I think
I think here it is maybe individual holiday
Is
is
better.
better.
Yeah, probably.
Amen. Okay, to get out of your
The
comfort
comfort
zone.
zone.
Because once you are with
Yeah, you'll
people,
be
maybe
thrown.
you have chosen to. Okay, you have chosen to go on a holiday organized by a travel
Yes.
agency because somehow you are afraid of traveling.
Still traveling
Huh?
alone.
So
yeah.
being with people, this
As a
gives you-
comfort, yeah.
gives you some comfort.
yeah.
Yes.
Any other? There anything else?
I mean, with the travel agency holiday, you feel like there's more safety, and you will get the tourist guide will help you, and your
For example,
travel
yeah.
mates would in case of trouble or in
Yes.
case
Okay.
of
For example, okay, you will get help
yeah.
from
The
the
tour guide.
Tour
tourist guide.
Guide,
Okay.
yes.
And if you are in trouble, maybe there is a representative of the travel agency there to help you.
To help you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, possible advantages.
Of individual.
Yeah, of an individual holiday.
Yeah. You go to whatever place, eat at whatever restaurant, like taste whatever food.
That is, you explore the place on your own.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah. Wonder.
And this, I think, may give you the opportunity to get in touch with the local people
Yeah.
and have a real insight how
They live.
people live.
Yes.
Yes.
This is a really great advantage.
Yes.
Okay? Okay. Any other?
I think it like gives you a sense of like you're capable and independence, and like I don't need to be guided by someone to have fun on my own.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's come back to your point. Okay? Maybe your
Less
argument to get out of your comfort zone.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay? Yes? To think out of the box.
Yeah.
Because you may find yourself in situation where you have to decide. There is no one else to help you.
To help you. You have to
Okay?
master of yourself.
Yeah.
Like I think like when you travel alone, you're disconnecting from your environment, like your previous environment, which is your own town, where things were like very natural for you. And when you visit a new place, you'll feel like everything's changed, and you'll see the world from another perspective,
Yes.
which may boost your creativity and maybe even self-confidence.
Sure, yeah. Sure. Iman, any other?
I think not being around people that you know, or from like, even if they like from the same like place as you are, I think it helps you to build a strong personality by yourself.
Even be a leader, like
Yes.
builds your leadership.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, if you got arguments, no
Yes.
problem. Okay. Now, if you put these arguments that you have mentioned, or the things that you, the advantages of package holiday, or
Or individual
Individual.
holiday,
holiday,
Yes.
or individual
Yeah.
holiday,
Mhm.
and you have a frame, do you think that it will be quite easy to write?
Yeah, it would. It would be like really easy. Like you have everything. You
Yes,
just need to
following
jot them
those
down.
steps, I think it.
It really helps. Okay?
Yes.
It really helps. That is, you will save a lot of time.
Time.
Yes,
Yes.
you will.
Yes.
A lot
Okay.
of ink as well.
Okay. A lot of things. Okay. Now the last thing. How can we finish?
So there is another paragraph.
Yes, of course. It's a
Yeah, I
very
told
short
you.
paragraph. You told me. So what should we do in this last paragraph?
Probably like sum up what you said, like and that is why you have to like go on a study holiday, or that is why you have to go on a package holiday. But I think
The
this
sentence.
is very
I hope this helped you.
Yeah, I hope that. Okay?
My tips of
My
advice.
tips of advice. My tips. Good, man. You mentioned tips of advice because watch out.
Yeah, advice is
Advice is
uncountable.
uncountable. Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
happen.
Yeah.
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 I hope that my tips of
advice.
advice
May help you
may
decide.
help you decide.
Yeah.
Yes. For
Yeah.
example.
Or
Okay.
of any help.
I hope you will hear me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Something like this. That is just one sentence to finish.
To finish.
And the last one, it is looking forward.
To
To
your
hearing
next,
from you.
to
Okay.
hearing from you next time.
Okay. So,
That's probably
will you prepare for us?
Or
Thank you, letter.
Yes, sure.
Sorry, letter of advice for next time.
Yeah, probably yes.
Probably.
Yeah, no, yes.
I hope that. Our
I mean,
listeners-
yes.
yeah, okay,
Sure.
I mean, yes, yeah,
With pleasure.
yeah, okay. It's not a promise.
Yeah, it isn't. Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, I hope that pupils who listen to us will try to write
At least
okay,
try,
letter,
yes.
yeah,
Yes.
of advice.
Advice.
Or at least retain the steps we
Yeah,
we
this
mentioned.
followed.
that's
Yes,
it, okay?
at analyzing and
because-
topping and
Letter of advice can be also given in Unit 2. Can be given in Unit that is from Unit 3. The topic from Unit 2. okay? For example, in Unit 2, it can be, for example, about virtual school or online education.
Yes.
A mother, concerned mother, asking for advice. Unit 3, for example, okay, the effects of video games or technology or social media on kids.
Yeah.
A father, a parent, mother or father asking for advice. So we should know how to start, which phrases are useful, okay? And then we go to the second paragraph, which is
the main,
okay? Maybe part, and then the last one.
The closure.
Yeah. How we end up our letter. Okay?
Yes.
Again and again, please. When you write an informal letter, okay? Try to avoid this first, second, third. As far as I am concerned, I really dislike it. Okay? Because I think it is not authentic, it's not real. Now, be yourself when you write. That is, as if you were in a real situation.
Yes.
Okay? And
make them feel like you really care about their distress, like you're just like...
And adverbs and expressions.
Make it sound like more realistic. Like
more realistic. And
like you're talking real.
Yes. Will beautify your writing.
Yes.
Clear?
Yes. And it doesn't even take that much of a space. It's a 12-line letter after all.
So, Iman and Elias, I think this unit, we have talked a lot about this unit. Okay? Talked about letter complaint, about space tourism, about formal and informal letter, about letter of giving advice. I think we should move to
another unit.
Yeah, Unit 2, education.
I think this one is covered up and we need to...
Yes. Okay? Now, the main topics. Always we start with the main topics in each unit. Now, you should really know something about
that unit.
These topics. Yeah, of course, you should know this unit, okay? But which topics? Because sometimes pupils, wonder, but what should I prepare? Really, what should I prepare? So this unit, I think, first of all, how important education is. Then, online or distance learning. Then, lifelong learning. Maybe some other topics like bullying, quite possible. Okay? Because in each unit, as I said last time, the themes are not comprehensive that we deal with. They are not complete. It is, we can find other, topics that can be suggested in the back exam, but they are related to what we are going to talk about. Okay? So, starting education, I think we can start from children.
Yes.
Why?
Because they're the first to learn something.
Why should children be educated?
So I think because childhood sets out like the course of your life. Like if you really have a very like stable and a good educated like childhood, I think that builds up more and more throughout your life.
So you think that education helps children to have a vision of the future they dream of.
And also teaching is like you have to give them the necessary skills for them like to live their life, like reading and writing.
Like, that is, it offers them the opportunity, if you want, to make choices that will lead to a good career. And happy life.
I mean, they're learning to work after all, like to achieve a future at the end.
Yes.
Anything else? Do you think that education saves children from child labor?
Yes, true.
How?
I think being enrolled in school, in schools, and like being good at it, I think that would
busy them from doing something else.
And will give them like, you have an argument as to why they're not like taking you out of school and making you work. Like you're really doing hard work there.
Yeah.
Yes, I think because sometimes some poor parents rely on their children to make both ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
To make both ends meet. That is to reconcile between the money they spend and the money they earn.
Yeah.
They do.
Yes.
Some maybe poor parents, find an excuse that their children need to learn a trade at an early age.
Yeah.
But the fact is that these parents rely on their children to help them. School will save these children
from
child labor.
Exploitation.
Somehow.
Yes.
I avoided
because I avoided the word
exploitation. Word,
your parents do not exploit you after all. Huh?
Yeah.
Some do.
Huh?
She's
some
right.
Do,
I'm not ashamed to say it, but she's right.
But even an exception proves the rule.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you think that education contributes to reducing malnutrition while playing an important role in increasing productivity? Do you think that there is a relationship between malnutrition and maybe a good generation in the future?
إذاعة تطاوين تسمع منك تحكي عليك. موجز الأخبار.
تحية متجددة مستمعينا الكرام. تعلن وزارة الصحة أنه بتاريخ 15 من أبريل 2020 تم إجراء 793 تحليلا مخبريا. المخبر المرجعي بمستشفى شرنيبول 186